Hey guys, welcome back to another video. And this what if is from actually this is from a vampire what if. He told me the plot and I liked the plot, so I was just confused about the title. So anyway, this is what if Deku was the Kirigami, the king of the Kirigami son. Part 1. Deku, okay. Deku's father is getting not amused anymore with the humans. He decides to give up on them. However, he did make a deal long ago with one to give one of the Shirogami a child that was a half-breed between human and Shirogami. However, as soon as the baby was conceived, the mother had her memories completely erased of ever having a child, even if anyone else had. And this, yeah, guys, I made this, so this is what's his design. I couldn't make it really good, so I decided to make it like this, but I kind of like this design too, so I'm just going to go with this one for now, and I'll change it back to this one if you want. Deku decides to sneak out of the palace time to time again. His father is really not interesting, because Deku's different from some of the Shirogami. He has more happiness than others, not just sadness in all of them. Deku decides to why not just go to Human World for once? He's been going there every month when his father is doing doing things doing his royal duties. Deku begins to say I never knew the human world could be so fun. And the Shirogami that the king ordered for it to be born is more pure than most, so yeah. As of today, it's been a month since he's been in the human world. And Deku kind of gotten pissed off with his dad once. His father said yet year he's forbidden to go into the human world. So that's when Deku decides to run away. The king asks where is his son, and the Shirogami is saying, "We don't know, sire." And on that day, Deku is still being searched for. But Deku decides to go into another dimension. A place filled with quirks. And Deku can never go back to his home now. As Deku gets there, it's raining. And he's on the rooftop. So he just sits down and just crosses and just wonders, kicking his legs back. It's like, man, never thought I'd be free from that asshole. Deku used to say, says, why? Why of all times has he just forbid me to go to the human world? It's so fun. And this is where Deku meets May, another character that what if vampire what ifs. Okay. Deku sees her walking down to the corner street. She goes to the store. She just buys some basic clothes and stuff. That's when she leaves, a mugger puts her up to a little wall because she's quirkless. The mugger has a quirk. It's super strength. And the guy is holding her by the throat, and the guy's smiling. It's like, come on, kid. Sorry about that. Come on, lass. There's nothing gonna be fun about that. And this is not for, not him, but anyway. Deku decides to write the mugger's name. Because Deku is different from other Shinigami. He can write people's names without needing to actually have a contract with any human. But of course, when Deku almost finished writing the name, a book dropped. Deku's hands were slippery. The book slipped from his fingers and landed on the girl's head. The guy looked up and he just sees some sort of thing there. And the guy looks at some type of pen that's floating. And the guy says, "Damn, this person has a quirk. I bet she's gonna use that pencil to kill me. I'm out of here." Mugger lets go of her and he runs away. Because the guy thought her quirk, because if she had psychic powers, it would probably make the pen float, and the guy thought that he May would lunge it all the way to the guy's eye, killing him into his brain. So yeah. As May looks at the notebook that's on the ground, she wonders, oh gosh, whatever that was, he ran away. At least that's better than. It's kind of sucks being quirkless. So May looks up to no one there. She wonders who dropped the book. May picks up the book, but as she does so, she sees Deku just standing there behind her, and just says, "You shouldn't have picked up my book." May is shocked. She begins trying to push him away. Deku, wearing that mask underneath, just says, "You shouldn't do that." And Deku says, "Hand me my book back." May decides to punch Deku in the face, because Deku is half human, remember? And Deku gets launched across the building to kind of onto the pavement. Deku gets up, "Oh, where did you go?" May ran away during this time. It gave her enough time to run away with the book. And Deku just sits there, did this girl really just walk away? He just begins to say, "God damn it. I guess I have to go find her." And also probably cancel that damn contract. Deku begins to follow his notebook, because his notebook that she took is like a tracking device for him. He begins walking to the things. He begins walking to the street. He decides to fly. Or no, he decides to teleport to where she is. She just got back from her apartment building. And this is her getting to her apartment. May says, "What was that thing? It looks like a villain." "Whatever." May looks at her hand. She knows that she still has the book. May says, "Oh, he probably was supposed to someone just dropped his book. And probably misjudged him to just the way he looked. If I find him, I'll apologize if he's just a citizen or a villain. If he's a villain, then I'm calling the police." And Deku comes right behind her and says, Uh, good luck with that. She's startled. She's like, how did you fight? Deku grabs her mouth, pinning her to the wall. And Deku just says, Deku looks at the notebook. He notices that something's already been written in it. And it's the person that she hated. Her mom. And Deku just says, huh. Well, you wrote a name down. Who is this person? Maya oh wait, not Maya. May struggles to answer. Deku says, "Oh, you probably can't talk since I'm pinning you to the ground, pinning you to the wall. I'll let you go." Deku slowly releases his grip from her. And when Deku lets go, she fell to the ground and onto the floor. May's like, "What the hell are you? Are you a villain or something?" Deku's like, "No, I ain't no villain. Plus, aren't villains in movies?" She says, "Yeah. Well, you see, in this world, it's either you get killed or I get killed. It's either you kill me or I will just cry like a weakling." And Deku says, like, huh, what makes you think you're weak? If I heard something, you're pretty strong the way you look. May says, what do you mean by that? Oh, I see. Never mind then. May gets up and she says, well, why did you want your notebook back anyway? You shouldn't be asking that question. May's still nervous and terrified. She says, do you not know what is your quirk anyway? Do you have a teleportation quirk or something? And never mind about the book, just tell me your damn quirk. Deku says, what the fuck is a quirk? After May begins explaining what a quirk is, Deku's like, sorry to say, my power is different from yours. Different here. I'm from another world, you see. He's like, what do you mean by no, you're not. Everyone looks like you. And Deku explained that. Only you can see me, since you touched the book. And since you touched it, you are now gonna probably, I don't know. Oh fuck, I can't. I'm a shinigami. We grant life and death. Sometimes. And also, I won't leave anytime soon. May says, what do you mean by that? Deku begins to explain that he ran away because his father is just dying of age and it'll be his turn to take the throne soon, and he decided to run away. May doesn't believe him. May says, wait until my friends hear this. May doesn't have any friends, she's lying. Deku's like, oh, let me prove it to you. Deku proceeds to say that if you want power, I will lend it to you. May's like, really? Wait, really? What do I have to do? Well, for starters, you have to be my slave. He's like, I will be no one's slave. Deku's like, whoa, whoa, whoa. Hey, I don't like the deal either. I'm pretty much more fascinated with you humans than my own kind. But I don't know. How do I pronounce this? Ah, I have it. He's like, what do you mean? Oh, you'll see. I'm sorry, guys. I don't know what to do this because my brain's like that today, so. Then the first knocks at the door, and May's like, shit, it's my boyfriend. Dick's like, your boyfriend? Well, then I'm just gonna sit here. May's like, no, you have to hide. You get the wrong idea. And the guy's like, hey, sweetie, let me in. I'm back. May gets abused by him sometimes. And the mugger was killed by a car. Deku rolled it in. As he was writing the name in. May says, please. The guy breaks down as May lets him in, the guy literally slaps May in the face. And the guy's like, where were you? Why isn't supper ready? She's like, please, I'm sorry. I got mugged, so I couldn't get the ingredients. The guy's like, who cares? Your first priority was to make me dinner, woman. The guy, slaps her and kicks her in her stomach, punches her in the stomach. May vomits from this. She says, okay, please, I'll do better. I won't fail again. I promise. The guy's like, shut up. I'm going to sleep. Your supper better be ready by the time I wake up. Now and the guy punched me in the face. Now she has a black eye. She's okay. Deku just watching just from the corner of the shoulder, actually right in front of him. He's disgusted about this person. He has a good girlfriend, but the guy treats her like shit. Deku decides to probably get into it or get involved, basically. He's like, sweetie, where are you going? I heard you talking to someone. I think you'd hide them in a closet. And he's like, wait, don't. The guy looks in the closet. No one's there. The guy's like, ugh. And he's like, what? But he's right there in front of you. The guy's like, you must be crazy. Anyway, I'm going to sleep, bitch. The guy shuts the door where his room is, and he goes to sleep. And Dick's like, you call that guy your boyfriend? He's scum. He's a dick, and he should be killed. And he's like, I know, but he's the only thing that's paying for this household, and I can't get a job without. I can't get a job. Okay, could you just leave? Dick's like, sorry, I can't. Once the contract's been sealed, you've sealed the deal with me. And he's like, fine. Well, and also, how could my boyfriend not see you? Dick's like, because only you can see me. I explained this. I am the prince, so yeah. But why? Why do you look like that? What is your quirk? Deku says, for the last time, I don't have a quirk. I'm a hybrid. Shinigami and human. So, yeah. May's like, whatever. I'm going to sleep. See ya. Deku decides to just turn invisible for a minute.
He just stays there for a day. And Deku just she made his boyfriend sober. And Deku sees he abuses her more even when he's sober. As Maze has a bloody nose, her hands are like bleeding. Her hand's bleeding on her right hand. Maze, now she has a bloody nose and her eyes like fully like I don't know. I want to say okay, never mind. Yeah, has another black eye on her left and right. As the guy goes for punch, he notices something's grabbing him, but he doesn't realize it yet. And the guy says, "What the fuck? Who the fuck's here? May, who the fuck did you call, huh? You called one of those fucking boys? Ha! It's pathetic." Deku gets more enraged by this. He begins crushing the guy's hand. And then he just breaks it. And the guy's like about to scream, but then all of a sudden he just lost his vocal cords. That's because Deku wrote that he didn't have a voice. And Deku's abilities are different than other Shinigami. His abilities can be whatever he wants. Then Deku decides to actually become like visible, actually make himself known. He's now visible to him now. He sees Deku and the guy's like, "Villain!" And he begins trying to shout out for someone. But he's like, "What happened to my voice?" He's saying in his head. And that's when Deku's like, "I'm kind of getting sick of you abusing her." And that's when Deku decides to write the boyfriend's name down. Eric. And Deku writes how he died. He jumped off the roof. No, he had a heart attack. And his hand broke because it was too weak at the time when he fractured it at work. The guy's heart is stopping. 3, 2, 1. The guy's heart stopped. He fell. His eyes closed. He fell onto the ground, on the floor basically. But he's like, "Why did you do that? Now you're a murderer." Deku proceeds to walk up to her and says, "Man, you're stupid. Don't you get it? No one can see me but you. But since you're not going to listen to me, I guess I have to take you with me." Deku decides to knock out Mei. Deku begins carrying her. Deku creates a black hole, and Deku writes a book. He writes that there's a house in the middle of a forest that has electricity, food, and water, and it's peaceful there. And when Deku appeared, like it said it would. And yes, Deku can only make those things come to reality if he's writing the book. So yeah, the teleport thing, yeah, that's his doing. Guys, I want you to know in comments, whatever. This one to still be on here, or this one. I don't know which one, but I like this one anyway. Deku decides to say, like, he puts me on the bed as he opens the door to the lodge. Deku because that skull face, yeah, it's kind of a mask, but He definitely has those teeth. He begins looking into the house because he remembered that he also wrote a medkit somewhere in the house. So Deku went upstairs and he checked the rooms. A double-sized bed, a queen-sized bed, a single bed, and he found the bathroom where the medkit was. He kneeled down. He opened the cupboard. He finds the medkit. He grabs it and he closes the cupboard. He walks out while closing the door. Deku going downstairs. Deku begins to say to Mei, not say to Mei, just say to Mei when she's sleeping, like, huh, I am pretty fascinated with your species, though. Deku like saying, like, kind of weird that you're actually not my slave. You're kind of more like my bride now, since, I don't know, you touched my contract, or the book, or the slave. You're my slave, so I can do whatever I want. But I'm not that type of shinigami. Plus, since you got my book, you can't go to heaven or hell. Because Mei's unconscious, she doesn't know what's happening. Deku, okay, after that incident, the news started reporting, like, a man died in his apartment, his hand broken, and his girlfriend missing. We suspect her of being the murderer, but we learned that she didn't have a quirk, so she could not be the culprit. So she could be kidnapped. We saw some blood from her in the apartment. If you know where she is, please contact police or authorities so that we may take her in for questioning and incident. They're just like, huh. It's kind of stupid that they think that they can beat me or try to find me, be more precise. I'm so far away from civilization that they won't find her. Deku lifts Mei's leg up. He notices that there's a few bruises and scars. Deku decides to clean up her scars and wounds. She plugs up her nose and he covers up her eyes from doing something, but whatever. Deku puts a bandage around her arm. Deku carries her upstairs to the single mattress. Deku puts her on the double bed. He leaves. Holy man, how long is this video? Damn. Deku decides to put on the mask. It's like, huh. So, people with quirks are powerful, eh? And this is the time where Bakugo is about to graduate, like, his school. And Mei is, like, really young, because she ran away from school because her abusive mother, but she couldn't get a job because she didn't have any good education, so she had to find a boyfriend that would pay for the bills, but her boyfriend was abusive. Yeah, that's the story for Mei. Deku proceeds to teleport where, I don't know. Yeah, he can teleport, and he has super strength. I'm just giving him those two features. He is also mortal. Deku goes to the store for a pack of cigarettes because Deku is has a craving for those cigarettes. Deku asks the guy for cigarettes, and the guy's like, I'm not giving I'm not giving you cigarettes, because Deku's like he's like allowing himself to be seen by that person in the store. The guy's just, I'm not giving a villain cigarettes. Get lost. And Deku says, just because I look like this doesn't mean I shouldn't have respect as a normal person. The guy laughs. He's like, a normal person? You look horrified. If I sold you my smokes, everyone would think that I'm like working with villains, and I would get, I don't know, fired. So no, I want you to leave my store, villain. And the guy's like threatening him that he will call the heroes, and Deku's like, you shouldn't have said that. Deku's hands turn to like, yeah, he sticks his hands together. No, he doesn't. He turns his hand into a blade. No, Deku grabs from his like pocket, and stabs the guy in the throat. Started with speed. And the guy's like, Deku proceeds to twist the knife slowly, and then Deku says, "It was well. This is kind of karma for you, buddy." Then Deku pulls the knife, like splitting his skull as he's pulling the knife up in half. And Deku sees the blade and there's blood on his masks. He uses the guy's shirt to wipe it off on his face. I know, guys, but why did you... And you guys could ask me, but Mr. X, why... No, the X, whatever. Why didn't you write that he could make cigarettes? Well, at a certain time, he can only use his, like... Because you know how, like, your stamina... Yeah, Dekutot's... The amount of stamina I'm giving Deku is, like, godly, but it has a limit. For, like, writing the book, because the stamina is his power, but that's how much power he has. It's godly, but in the mortal realm, it's like, you know, yeah, it's kind of in between, because he's a human, and Shirogami have, like, god-like powers, not like an actual god, but strange and, supernatural powers. However, Deku is kind of a bit low, because cigarettes kind of give him a boost for his recharge, so... Yeah, and yes, Deku wrote for a pocket. Yeah, he wrote in the book for the pocket knife. Though not the pocket knife. I mean the combat knife to appear in his pocket before he wrote it. So yeah, Deku grabs a pack of cigarettes. He takes off his mask and he puts it in his mouth. He just grabs a lighter from the cash register. It's like, ch ch. That's some relief. Now I can focus on Maya. But until then, I might as well have some fun with humans. I want to see if any of them can handle my power with my notebook. As that's happening, May begins waking up. She wakes up in a bed. She says, "Where am I? What?" She looks at her arms. She notices that they're all covered up, and her eyes been bandaged. And there's a note, like, to the left of her on the table, on the drawer. It says, "Hope you get well soon. Anonymous." Because I never told Deku his name. She says, "Must be that guy. I can't remember what happened. She just pauses for a moment. She remembers what he did. He magically made her boyfriend's his heart stop, and he broke his arm like it was nothing. She begins trying to get up, but she notices her legs are still hurt from the guy abusing. She sees crutches. She grabs one of the crutches and begins. She slowly gets up with the crutch. Her hands pushing up while her left hand's grabbing the clutch, pushing herself up. She manages to. She's now walking with it. She squeezes between the bed and a big drawer. She gets to the door. She opens it and she sees a huge house that's really nice and fancy. May decides to almost get down, but she almost slipped, but she stabilizes her footing again because she almost fell down the stairs. She slowly begins walking down the stairs. And Deck is like, oh, that was fun. Instead, he's going after people that are abusing people and people that are, I don't know, not not noticing the law or ignoring the law and the people's very safety or something. Because I'm really tired right now and I need some coffee. So anyway, sorry guys, I'll be ending that here, but I will continue later on. And another shout out to Vampire Whatever. Thank you for the suggestion. If you didn't like it, I will be happy to redo for you. My link will be into this video. I'll link my okay guys. My link will be in the video, and once it is, you'll guys be able to join my Discord server. Link will be down in the description. Hope you all enjoyed, and goodbye.